If covering these comics wasn't enough, the covers for the issues themselves reveal so much that I truly cannot stand back and not talk about it. Both the Star Wars series and the Darth Vader series is ramping up, and 2021, let alone by the end of 2020, these 2 years are shaping up to be great for Star Wars content. Although it varies from month to month, I feel like the wait for these comics is quite justified. In the end, we're getting great content, and it's worth waiting for it. So today I'm talking about the cover for Star Wars issue number 10. Star Wars issue number 10 is slated to release on January 2021, so yes, it's a long ways away. I don't think there's any specific date for it yet, TBD, so we only know it's in January, but I suspect it's at the start of January, so basically from the 5th to the 10th of January, basically. The cover itself is magnificent. As you can see here in this image, Luke Skywalker looking ready for battle. He has one arm lifted, looking like he is balancing or trying to use the Force perhaps, and the other wielding his new yellow lightsaber. A fully fledged Jedi by this point. He has the stance of a Jedi and the confidence of a Jedi. The reason why I bring this up is that in both Star Wars series, in the old one in 2015 and now in 2020, Luke Skywalker suffers with his confidence. After the Death Star is destroyed, he suffers a lot from that confidence. He doesn't have Obi-Wan to train him, and he feels like he failed Obi-Wan in defeating the Empire and battling it. He basically sees himself as a rebel pilot, but nothing more. He just cannot fulfill his destiny of becoming a Jedi like his father, a Jedi like Obi-Wan intended. Well, this new comic series in 2020 shows us that Luke again lost his confidence once he not only lost to Darth Vader in the duel in Bespin, but also lost his main Jedi weapon, which was his father's lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber, and now not only did he need to start from square one, basically no confidence in his Force skills, but also without a weapon. That was quickly rectified in issue number 5, where he ultimately got his weapon inside the Jedi Temple ruins, where he traveled and collected a Jedi Sentinel lightsaber, which means a yellow blade. A Jedi Temple Guardian, to be more specific. He battled the Grand Inquisitor. If you haven't checked that out, we'll talk about that later. But in this image, he seems ready for battle. It really seems like he is confident with his new lightsaber. And to make matters even more interesting, as the comic starts to ramp up and the timeline between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, which this comic series is set on, we're nearing the return of the Jedi Luke Skywalker. You could see it in his eyes. He is starting to feel more angry and lashing out at the Empire. Even though a Jedi should not feel that way, Luke is one of the prototypes, one of the pioneers, and one of the new Jedi types. And this is of course symbolized by what we see in Return of the Jedi. He is adorning all dark clothing, even a dark cloak. Well, lo and behold, you can see semblances of that outfit in this image. Not only is he carrying a yellow blade, and what I believe it is most logical that this yellow blade will change colors by the time Return of the Jedi timeline comes around. It will become green, possibly. Something maybe to do with Yoda. We will see how that, because we don't have clear specifics about Jedi color. We know the Sith bleed it to be red, but Jedi could use different methods or tactics in order to change the colors of the blade. So this comic series might showcase us something more in terms of Jedi lore. If you see his outfit, it is a mix and match between a Return of the Jedi Luke and Empire Strikes Back Luke. You see his pants and his jacket, very reminiscent of Empire Strikes Back. He is not a boy anymore, but he is a grown-up teenager, sort of. In a way, he is still coming into his own. The dark sweater he is wearing underneath, that is what he wears in Return of the Jedi. A mature and powerful Luke Skywalker. A Luke Skywalker that Jabba did not respect and paid the price for it. A Luke Skywalker that even the Emperor Palpatine did not respect fully, and his overconfidence, as Luke said, was his weakness. You can see that underneath these jackets and pants and layers, that black sweater is sitting underneath, just waiting to be shown. This is why I truly fell in love with the cover, not only because of the space battle that is going on behind him, which showcases that Luke will eventually face Imperials with his new yellow blade, but also his outfit shows a lot about his character and how it's maturing bit by bit. He is coming slowly up to his own and the person that we see in Return of the Jedi. The closer we inch to that dude, the closer it will be a legendary transition, because I don't know anybody who doesn't love Return of the Jedi Luke. That Luke at that time is a fully fledged Jedi. There's no more conflict in him, there's no more doubt in him. So this comic series will show how he went from a timid, doubtful Luke in A New Hope and in Empire Strikes Back to a fully fledged man and Jedi in Return of the Jedi. Hence, of course, the title, Return of the Jedi. How he got this yellow lightsaber, for those who didn't watch that episode, here's a quick little snippet for it to be very clear to you. Inside there was a holocron, and right beside it, there was a lightsaber. Now, remember what Verla said about the cold, dark presence that guarded the place? It finally showed its face, and it was none other than the Grand Inquisitor himself. It seemed supernatural. He was engulfed in fire, and he also seemed to float. Luke was kind of disturbed as he asked, "Who are you?" But he told him that once he served the Jedi, he wielded a lightsaber like the one he is holding right now. Then he hunted Jedi in the service of Vader and the Emperor. Now I serve them still, and kill every seeker who follows the path that Vader created to this place. As the Grand Inquisitor ignited his lightsaber, he presumed that he always will be trapped in this place, but he was wrong. As Luke ignited his yellow blade, he would never kill a Jedi again. Elsewhere in the galaxy, we see a shuttle that is boarding Darth Vader. He is talking to Commander Zara about continuing their efforts to locate every rebel ship, and in a sudden second, he feels it. He feels it in the Force. He immediately turns around and tells the captain to set course for Tempest. He had sensed the presence of somebody there that he was wishing it would be the person he was persecuting, and that was, of course, his son, Luke Skywalker. Inside, Luke was furiously battling the Grand Inquisitor, who told him that he was handling this lightsaber like a child. It's funny how he calls himself a Jedi, but Luke did not. Maybe someday, but not yet. The Grand Inquisitor yelled out he would never become a Jedi, but Luke held out hope. He was in training yet, but he was not exactly a beginner, as he went toe-to-toe with the Grand Inquisitor, and trick after trick by the Grand Inquisitor left Luke Skywalker stumbling a bit, but in the end he started to learn the Grand Inquisitor's moves and the surrender to his emotions. Now the Grand Inquisitor kicked Luke Skywalker in the face as Luke dropped to the floor. The Grand Inquisitor knew one thing: belief in the Jedi cause did not save the Jedi, and it won't save him, as he raised his saber, wanting to strike Luke Skywalker once and for all. But in a sheer moment of power, Luke held out his hand and force pushed the Grand Inquisitor back, igniting his yellow blade again and cutting his right hand clean off. Not only that, but he sliced through the Grand Inquisitor, making him disappear from existence and what he assumed as flaming out. Alright guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let me know, what do you think about this cover? Talk to me down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up down below. Subscribe for dailies. Now you have an awesome day, Star Wars fans. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.